How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Husky here. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to decide what build you should run or make, right? So, most y'all know, there's 3 builds in the game. 3 different types of class of builds in the game, right? Yes. Armor builds, like your tank builds.
Also, control point nearby.
Your blues, right? And then you have your skill builds, right?
Nice work, everyone.
Which all fall under have their subcategories inside them, right? Well, the first thing you want to decide is, do you want to, do damage? You just want to, like, be squishy, and you just want to dish out a bunch of damage and just kill everything you see. Like, I run the Dark Winter DPS build, Bleeding Death, right? You guys have seen my build before, right? So, then you have your tank builds, right? Your tank builds are your blue builds that, you want to be able to take damage or heal damage or have some sort of resistance to something, which is another great source. It's another great source of a skill, right? Build, right? And then you have your skill builds, right? Which is using everything in your skills. You want to have a really strong shield, you can do that. You want to heal your teammates and yourself, you can do that. If you want to do damage for your skills, you can do that. Right? Skill builds have different things, right? So if you want to be a healer, run a skill build. Right? Right?
Vital signs critical.
I am very, very squishy. Look how much damage you did, right? So what good now when you make your builds, right? We're gonna run the next one. This guy here, once this guy's dead, this guy is dead. We are good to go. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and hop over to my inventory real quick. So to understand how builds work, right? So you have things called gear sets, right? So you want to pick a gear set that goes with what you're trying to do, right? For instance, I run DPS, so I went with a gear set that goes with good for DPS. What's great about this one is I was looking at SMGs, right? This is what I run, and this one just so happens to give me the 3-piece I need. Now the thing is, you should always run one exotic, right, on your gear, right? I recommend the Ninja Bike Messenger. I made a video on that as well. Feel free to check it out on why you should be running the Ninja Bike Messenger, right? So you want to find an exotic that works with your build, right? And then you want to find a gear set that works with your build for what you're trying to do, which is what I have here, right? The Ninja Bike allows me to get the 4 pieces that I need, right? And then you want to find your missing pieces, right? The pieces that really tie the whole thing together, right? Which is, you want to find depending on what you want, you can even work with the named items. Great option for things there, right? So if you want a shield, there's a holster in the game. It's a named holster. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it works great for shield builds, right? So that's the things you gotta look for, right? You just want to look for what it does here in the brand set, and then you want to look at the talent that you can get from it, whether it's your chest rig, and that's how you really build your builds, is you find the things that work together with itself, right? So when I built, this is one of the builds I built later on after playing the game for about a year or 2, right? This was the build I started working on after doing that, and then I made an SMG build. This is the Lexington is a great gun that just came out, and I'm getting shot at. I am trying to record a video here. Alright. And those are the things you gotta take into consideration. Like, oh, what does this build do for me, right? What am I trying to do? What does this brand set do for my build, right? You should be asking yourself, right? For instance, right? I got this nice, beautiful, right? Is AR good for my build? No, not really. It just kind of sucks in my build. But this AR, it does exactly what
Assistance needed.
see, this is the problem with,
Agent
yes
killed.
builds. You're really squishy, especially if you're trying to do solo things, right? You don't like
Sorry,
dying a lot.
backup
I don't
request.
recommend doing squishy builds.
Detected. Nearby
Right.
location.
So,
Guarded by
I'm
hostiles.
going to go back to this, right? I'm going to go ahead and go over some great options for builds, right? That you should recommend for running your build when you're trying to find your build, right? Again, remember guys, I am showing you guys how to find a build that you like, right? I'm not telling you what to run. I'm just showing you some options, right? So for exotic options, right, you have all of these options: magazine size, damage. You got skill ones. You got melee damage, right? This is the one I was telling you guys about right here, the Forge, right? Shield health. That's a great one for shields, right? This one, melee damage and pistol damage. This is a great one if you want to run a pistol build, right, with your shield, right? These are all great options. I don't know why I have this here. Okay, we're just gonna grab this because I don't even know why that's in here. All right. And then you have your like other ones. Like this one is really good. Foxpair knee pads is a common one. And then I don't have anything else named in here. These gloves are all right. The Contractor's gloves is my personal favorite. They work great. This one's great for status effects. Run it with SMG, you're good to go. Good for DPS. This one's good for blinding. Armor kit. If you want to run an armor kit, 10% of weapon damage. This one is unbreakable. I have on here. Sacrifice, great for damage, right? All of these are great options, right? Like these are all options that you can run to help dominate the game, right? If you want to run a pulse scanner with haste, there you go, right? Headshot damage, there you go. The punch trunk, great for pistol builds, by the way. If you want to do a pistol build for DPS, you just run the holster that gives you that pistol damage. Then you run the fucking this right here, which gives you 20% pistol damage, and you get the headshot damage. So basically, you can just be a headshot killing pistol machine, right? With a great pistol option. If you wanted to do pistol, you got a bunch of great options for a pistol. You got the Mosquito, you got the Liberty, you got the Busy Little Bee, right? You get a bunch of different options for exotics in the game, right? And named items in the game. So take advantage of the named items, take advantage of the exotics, right? When you're building your builds, and definitely use gear sets, right? Brand sets are your kind of like tie-in pieces, but you really want to focus on gear sets. And that's my recommendation, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out on deciding what type of build to run, and I hope you enjoy this type of content. If you want to see more of this type of content on my channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment what next you want to see, what the next tutorial you want to see, alright? And as always, guys, stay awesome. Peace.